So I'm about to start work on a new game project, and we aren't going to be using middleware at all. It's also quite a small team, so in preparation, I've started putting together a very simple audio manager for Unity written in C#. So the first sound is this point sound. Now, if I find the sound in my audio manager script over here in the inspector, I can see that it's got a name, it's being sent through a mixer group, which is why we can see it here. This particular sound consists of 4 clips. It doesn't have any pitch variation on it. If you listen to it with pitch variation, it doesn't sound very nice. The next sound is this one. You play as these rolling glass metal balls in the game, and when they hit each other, it sounds like this. So if we open up the impact event here, this is a little bit more messy looking because we have 5 separate layers. Again, it's being routed through the mixer, which is why we can see it here. Volume and pitch set to 1, that's the default, and then we have 5 sounds, but each sound only has 1 clip, so there isn't any selection of clips going on. All of these clips play together, but all of them, except for this bassy thud here, all of the other ones have a lot of volume variation. So even though you're hearing the same 5 sounds together again and again and again, it does sound quite different each time. This will also change volume depending upon how hard the impact is, which adds a lot more kind of natural game-driven variation to the sound as well. Also, you can see that there's a high pass set up. The reason for that is I thought the thud sound was a little bit too bassy. If you listen to it bypassed, considering the sound happens quite a lot, I thought that might have been too much. So I just shaved off a little bit of the low end. Now in reality, what I'll end up doing is going back to the original sound in Ableton Live and shaving off the bass there to remove any need for unnecessary kind of processing within the game engine. Finally, we have this tile spin sound. This sound has 2 layers, one stony scrape and one airy whoosh. Now both layers have multiple clips for Unity to randomly select from. We have a little bit of volume variation and a little bit of pitch variation. Now you might have noticed that there's actually a delay that's been applied to this scrape sound. That's because without the delay, it sounds like this. Most of the time the scrape is early and the whoosh comes late. They're not quite synced up, and I probably need to go back and have a look at the original session and fix that. But because I have this delay parameter set up on a layer by layer basis, I can just put a tiny bit of delay. I think something like 0.6 did the trick. And now the sounds are a little bit more synchronized. You'll notice that when I play sounds, they appear over here in the hierarchy. A different object for each layer of sound, but they are destroyed when the sound finishes to remove them from the scene and keep the hierarchy nice and tidy.